Back for round 2 of prepping and cooking our Thanksgiving turkey. So we just got done brining it for 24 hours. Go see the last video for the recipe. I took the turkey out of the brine and I washed all of the brine off. I then let the turkey come up to room temperature. And now here comes my favorite part, which is injecting the turkey with our seasoning. In this cup, I have a stick of butter, some chicken broth, garlic seasoning, some hot sauce, and Cajun seasoning. Before we start to inject, grab a spoon and we're going to separate the skin from the body of the turkey. I take the spoon and I simply start at the cavity of the bird and put a little bit of pressure and allow the spoon to just get a little bit of separation. You don't want to forget the legs and the thighs of the turkey as well. And then once you're done with the spoon, grab a fork, go underneath the skin again, and simply poke a few holes up and down the cavity so that more juice can get into the body. Now it's time to inject. Assemble whatever injector you have. I will put what I used in the description below. And you're simply just going to fill up the cavity with your juice. And then just pick and choose a few spots in your turkey and start injecting. You'll be able to see the cavity plump up a little bit as I'm injecting the liquid. I'm going to go in spots that traditionally might get a little bit dry and just keep poking in there. Try to avoid the cavity if you can. You want to make sure all the juice is going into the meat. And just continue to do this a couple of times until you feel like you've really got a good amount of juice into the turkey. Again, don't forget the legs. For the next step, I've cut half a stick of butter into slices, and I'm going to season them with Cajun powder or Cajun seasoning, garlic powder. Now this is garlic powder, not garlic salt. You want to avoid garlic salt so you don't make your turkey too salty. And then poultry seasoning. So that's what your slabs of butter will look like. Make sure you get it all over the top and the bottom. And then we're going to take those pieces of butter and put them underneath the skin. This is why we separated the skin in the beginning. Again, you want to make sure not to forget about the legs and the thighs. You see, I got butter in all the hard to reach places. That's what you want to see. Now for the next step, I am going to put avocado oil all over the turkey and put the seasonings that we just put on the butter on top of the turkey. And you just want to make sure you get it all in the crevices so that the seasoning sticks to the turkey. Again, garlic powder. Next up is Cajun seasoning. Get it all over your bird. And then last, but definitely not least, poultry seasoning. And drizzle a little more avocado oil to get it nice and wet again. This time we are going to add a little bit of salt, and we're just going to give it a good rub down. Stuff your cavity with some vegetables. I'm going to go onions, a little bit of apple. And this really is just to add a little bit of additional mass to your turkey so that the turkey cooks a little bit evenly. Last thing to point out is my turkey came with the thighs already connected, but if you don't have this contraption, then you want to get some twine and tie them together so that it cooks evenly in this area in the crevices. Okay, our turkey is ready to go onto the smoker. I'm going to cook it for the first hour and a half at 275. Then I'm going to turn it up to 300 until it's done cooking. We want to make sure the internal temperature of the turkey gets up to 165 degrees. So I'm going to use thermometers throughout the cooking process so that we make sure we don't undercook it or overcook it.
Okay, I'm just going to stick it on my smoker. It doesn't matter how you put it in because I'm going to rotate it throughout the cooking process. Then I'm going to stick in the probes for my thermometer and attach the thermometer to the side of the smoker. After about an hour, just do a quick rotation of your turkey. And if you have any side of the bird that's heating up faster than it should, face that away from the fire. Baste your turkey throughout the process whenever you want. Don't worry, that red is just from the red onion. Let your turkey rest for 10 to 15 minutes and pay attention to how much juice flows out of this hole when I pull the thermometer off.
We just took the turkey off. We waited until the internal temperature reached 165 degrees. And let me show you guys what this looks like when I cut into the turkey.
You can see all that juice from the injection just run out of the turkey. So good. Always make sure to let the turkey properly rest before you slice into it, and you will get these delicious, juicy results.